What happened back there?
I don't care.
Hey, I've got an idea. Let's rock talk.
It's the August 7th, 2023 banned and restricted announcement. Modern, preordain is unbanned. Legacy, Mind's Desire is unbanned. That's it. Those are the only changes Wizards of the Coast thinks are necessary for these formats. I'm not going to read through everything here, but I'll read a little bit. Recently, their third set with direct to modern legality in Lord of the Rings released to set the stage for the Pro Tour that occurred last weekend. Early buzz was that the One Ring, being a powerful colorless artifact, was showing up in different decks, while Orcish Bowmasters were picking up steam afterwards. Yeah. As they watched the tournament unfold after many conversations with players, both competing in the Pro Tour as well as attending MagicCon, much of their concern about it subsided. A variety of decks were performing well, the games and interactions within those games looked healthy, they saw some amazing matches. So, just for reference, Rakdos Scam was something like 19% of the metagame. The One Ring was registered by more than 40% of all the players that attended, and Orcish Bowmasters was registered by a little bit less than that, but not much. The finals came down to the One Ring versus Orcish Bowmaster in the form of Mono Green Tron and also Rakdos Scam. So I think that maybe their concern should be a lot greater than it is. But they don't think it's a problem. Games can frequently be decided by having the One Ring in play for multiple turns. But the bar for 4-mana cards being too strong in a format as powerful as Modern is high. Did they not remember that Splinter Twin is on the ban list? They unbanned Preordain. If this sentence is true, they could have unbanned Splinter Twin, but I guess this sentence is also just bullshit. Not many games are quickly decided by a runaway from either the Ring or Orcish Bowmasters, allowing players to play longer interactive games of back and forth. I must have witnessed Urza Saga recruiting Haywire Might to take care of the One Ring about a dozen times, which begs the question, who's the real hero of the story? Not all stories have heroes. Urza Saga is not the hero. All of them are the villain. They're not taking action against any cards from the Lord of the Rings. We do want to be clear that these cards are on our radar. Shocking. You know that these are a problem, but you're not going to take action against them. And I think everybody actually knows why that is. Like, the sentiment going in here is that everyone was blatantly aware that they probably weren't going to ban either of those two cards because they want to continue to sell more packs of Lord of the Rings. That's really it. That's what this sentence means. They know it's a problem, and they are choosing to not ban them because they still have packs to sell. Great. They'll be monitoring the long-term fun of the One Ring's play pattern, especially given its ability to be looped and or reset to repeat its enter the battlefield ability. Similarly, Orcish Bowmasters has done a substantial amount of work to suppress 1 toughness creatures in the environment to the point where Ragavan Nimble Pilferer isn't seeing much play outside in the format outside of Rakdos Evoke. So, let me translate. We will keep an eye on them, and we will probably ban these cards once we run out of Lord of the Rings product to sell to you. That's what it means. And they're admitting that, yeah, even one of the most powerful one-drops in all of Magic history is barely playable because of this metagame. The fact that Ragavan is not seeing play like outside the Scam deck is just insane. Like, this card is, yeah, it is ridiculously broken. And, no, but it's not a problem now because they printed 2 more cards that are so much more powerful than this and warp the environment so much that Not even Ragavan can be played outside of the Scam deck. So why are we unbanning Preordain? You know what? I don't need to read this. I'll tell you why they're unbanning Preordain. Because it's not going to do anything in the metagame. It theoretically goes into like the Murktide deck, but that deck is dead. Nobody's playing that now. And they're unbanning Preordain because it'll do basically nothing, and they did not want to say that they're going to do nothing here. So, and they're not banning any cards, and they didn't want to say they're doing nothing, so the second best thing is let's unban a card that's going to do literally nothing to this format. That's it. So there you go. That's Modern. Fucking fantastic. Strap in. Oh, look, Pioneer. The Pioneer metagame continues to have a widespread of playstyles and archetype representation from tournament to tournament. While there are known pillars in Mono Green, Devotion, Rakdos variants, and Creature Centro aggro decks, the metagame shares rise and fall at a healthy clip. Recently, new versions of Lotus Field Control got some extra attention, but its win rate and metagame share sit about where we would expect any reasonable deck to fall. Without a clear top dog or unanswerable archetype pushing other decks that we've elected for no change at this time. I hate to tell you, but like everybody who plays Pioneer hates this format and all of these decks in it. So again, doing nothing is not really the way to drive player interest into Pioneer. You can put Pioneer Masters in Arena, but it doesn't really matter if nobody actually wants to play the format now because the gameplay is just so terrible in it. Sorry, it's awful and people don't like it. It is really rare that I go and read like Magic Reddit and that they have a strong opinion towards one direction. It's like at least 70-30 that they don't like Modern as it is, and it's probably closer to like 80+% don't like Pioneer as it is. Just wow. Sure, we unbanned Mind's Desire and Legacy. I mean, we know Orcish Bowmasters is making a huge splash on the metagame, punishing the cheap card draw spells. Yeah, fuck your Brainstorms. You know that one card that like makes everybody want to play Legacy? Fuck it. Orcish Bowmaster is now the format staple. Blue cantrip decks go away forever. You know, the heart and soul of Legacy, Brainstorm. Yeah, no, that's like the worst possible thing you could play in the face of Orcish Bowmasters. So, yeah, but we unbanned Mind's Desire, right? That's great. And, yeah, Vintage, you know, they don't really care about that either. I mean, they acknowledge that the One Ring is also really powerful there, but who cares? That's it. This entire announcement is Wizards not caring. I don't have anything to say about this. Like, all of these formats are just like burning trash fires, and Wizards of the Coast has no interest in putting out any of them because they don't care. All they care about is that you continue to buy Lord of the Rings packs trying to crack Orcish Bowmasters and the One Ring until they run out of it to sell, and then maybe then they'll think about banning those cards. Or, you know, you just have to wait until Modern Horizons 3 drops, which they did announce it, and it's definitely happening. So, yeah, Modern Horizons 3 will drop, and they'll print, like, I don't know, Super fucking Ragavan and, like, Ultimate Evoke Elementals or something dumb like that. Yeah, that's what you have to look forward to for Modern for a while. Yeah, and I say that's what you have to look forward to because I'm not going to be part of it. Yeah, I'm not playing Magic while this is a thing. They can like actually do something about this, and the gameplay is just like fucking awful. I watched Nikachu play a league with Merfolk, and he played against Rakdos Scam 3 times in a row, and it just like looked and felt awful the entire time. How fun is it to play a deck that like gets to go turn 1 grief, and then you know give it Undying, and then grief you again, and they get to start with grief in play while they took away like all the best cards in your hand, and then Orcish Bowmasters on top of it has just made that deck ridiculously powerful. And it's that, or you're playing against like the One Ring and Tron decks, or 4-color control, or you know like Rhino seems to be doing okay against that. So you can play like pretty much any kind of ridiculous like mid range against each other, or that's about it. Yeah, aggro is just not a thing anymore. they why would anyone want to register like an aggro deck? That's just insane. Uh, I mean, you have Yawgmoth. Well, I mean, it plays a bunch of creatures, but it's a combo deck trying to kill you. And they have four Orcish Bowmasters in the deck. Sure, I mean that sort of maybe if you're lucky they'll kill you by attacking you with Strangleroot Geist. But no, like it's so I don't know. I have no interest in playing it. So yeah, for the foreseeable future, I'm gonna be doing other stuff. The Lord of the Rings, I think, has just ruined this format. It wasn't doing good before, but yeah, my worst fears have been realized. Like, it is a trash fire, and they're gonna keep doing it. This is not going to be the last time. Final Fantasy is going to be like a similar to Lord of the Rings, a booster release, and it's going to be modern legal. So expect it to happen again. Modern Horizons 3 is going to do it again. It's not going to get better. Like, they're not going to change their behavior until people stop attending their tournaments and stop buying their stuff. So if as long as you continue to pay them and participate in this, you're just perpetuating the problem. And I'm not going to do that. It's not fun. It's not worth my time. It's not worth my money. Yeah, Wizards of the Coast can go F themselves. I'm sorry. Like, the only correct response to this announcement would be to, like, announce another banned and restricted announcement tomorrow and just emergency ban, like, 10 cards. Because this is unacceptable. So, I'm going to be playing a bunch of games. Yeah, we're going to be streaming, I think, The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons and Ages. Those games are fun. You should go, instead of, like, buying a bunch of Magic cards, you should go buy those games on Switch and play them because they're great, and we're going to be doing it on stream. So, yeah, that's... I don't really have anything else to say. This is just... this is sad and depressing and infuriating at the same time. This is just pure greed. This is the shit that they do not give about any of these formats. They have chosen money over format health, and yeah, I'm done with that. So, all right, I'll see you for Zelda stream night later, everyone.
Yeah, that was good rock talk.